Good morning. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Oh, good. You can hear me. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. It's weird not to have any music going, but it is what it is. Sheena, were you over on TikTok too? Or did you just stumble upon me? Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. So we'll wait, I guess, for see if some others join. It's bizarre. Why is this not going? I wasn't sure if I would be able to see comments, so I made another account and went on my MacBook because I wasn't sure how this exactly worked, you know? So a navy crossbody strap done. I don't know. I don't know. Weird, right? I put it out there. I didn't know. I don't even know if I can go out of here for a second, can I? Oh. It's just us chickens. So I am doing the bright stone today. I'm doing it in this navy suede, like with that stone wash. Yeah, don't mind my nails, they're a wreck. And this is the lining, which is in navy also. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to go off, I guess. I don't know. Why does this keep stopping? Good morning, Anna. We're just waiting for people to join. I don't know why this isn't playing on my... I guess I don't need this, actually. can see your comments there. I don't need my laptop. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of a new world, I guess. We're going to have to try to get used to it. Or maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll all come back, right? Come Tuesday morning. I had posted in a Facebook group that it was, or I posted to my Facebook that it was live at 11. Maybe I need to put it in the messenger. I don't know. I don't know. No music. It's so quiet, right? Well, good morning, Judy. Not many of us here. Don't mind my manicure, it's terrible. I need to take my polish off and fix it. I don't know where everybody is, Judy. All right, we can get started then, right? And I'll just post the video later. So we're gonna do her again, but in navy, the sandstone finish, stonewash finish. So we're gonna do the wallet that goes with it. So we'll start with that, and then who knows? But I'll go into editor and edit it and throw it up on as a video, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so you make your marks. Yeah, you gotta put your own music on. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I don't know that I could put my headset in and play my music off my phone while I'm doing this. I have no idea. Gotta play your own music. All right. I'm losing my marbles. Losing my marbles. I don't know, but I'm going to turn this one. This is always the bugger, is trying to get these to line up. Okay, click it. Hey Julie, how are you? You have to play your own music, Julie. Can't play music. can't play music, which is kind of a bummer. Someone said to go on that favorited yesterday, and I downloaded it, and I was like, that's all it is live streams. And it was just, I don't know, it was I don't know, it was a different group of people, you know. It was kind of, I don't know. So I was like, I don't know that I want to go live there. All right, so let's get rolling. Yeah, I know. I mean, some of them I just wind up taking a look at them and then taking them off, you know. And I think TikTok, I think, is just going to be, even if, let's say, it gets put back on, right? It's still going to be that under the guise of they have to sell it, right? And they're not going to sell it. ByteDance is not going to sell it. And if they sell it, they're going to sell it, you know, without its algorithm. So I guess it won't be exactly the same, but it'll still be TikTok. But I guess it won't be the same kind of TikTok. It won't feed you what you like to say. Thank you, Judy. So that's the one thing, right? And then it's 90 days for them to do it. So it buys you 3 more months. So I don't know. The whole thing is just so confusing. Yeah, I know. I stay on Facebook and Instagram, even though I don't want to. Because I think it stinks how all of those congressmen and senators had purchased all of that meta stock. It's now going to go through the roof, right? And they shouldn't be allowed to buy stock to begin with. To me, that's insider trading. It's almost the same thing as what happened to Martha Stewart. You know what I mean? But anyway, if you're old enough to remember that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know that they're ever going to sell it. That's number one. And if they do, they're going to sell it without the algorithm, which, you know, it'll just be a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to see. Like, I don't get, like, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, people will talk about stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, that's not on my page. I didn't build my bricks that way. So, I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But for now, right, this is what we can keep doing to keep us all together. You guys have seen me do this dozens of times, but if you need me to tell you specifically what I'm doing, I will certainly walk you through what I'm doing. Can't give you any of the measurements, but I will certainly walk you through it. And right now, I'm just top stitching around the accordion wallet. It's another bright stone, but I need to get another one on my website because they go quick. You know what I mean? So the only one I have left is the hazelnut. So I gotta get another one on there. So here we are. Come on, come through. Thank you. Yeah, so it'll be wild. It'll be wild to see what happens, how it happens, what happens. But they should all get locked up for insider trading. That's my belief. So in 2026, when we vote again, and they're in an odd year, right? So we're in an odd year where there's not a lot of voting that takes place. So it's not going to, they're not looking at it from a true impact thing until, you know, if we were in 2026 and this was happening, you could bet your sweet boopy they would have all changed their tune quickly. But it's what it is. I didn't even watch the lights go out in Georgia last night, as I like to call it. I had gotten my Kindle, and just so happened that yesterday a Court of Thorns and Roses came through on my Libby, my library. And I was like, oh my God, I can start a book that I wanted to read for so long. So I was like, okay. And I shut it off, the old talkie-talk. And this is too big. And I read, which was so nice. Got up this morning, read some more. It's like, huh? All right, so from there to there, there is my 1, 2, 3, 4. Bana is there. Okay. So yeah, does because on there's that woman voice notes from my sister is what she does, and she lip syncs them. She's kind of funny. Her and her sister are kind of funny. But anyway, she came up on my feed this morning on Instagram, and she was saying that it was creepy quiet after the lights went out, and just didn't feel the same. I was like, that's because we're not all there making a mess, right? We're not all there being messy. Okay. All right, so let's keep her out for a second. I'll just change a little ink. Well, at least, you know, the good thing is all of our stuff isn't gone, right? If they turn it back on, right? All of our stuff will still be there. That's nice. I thought they were just going to kick us to the curb. All right, so we're giving her her shape on the bottom. And then it's so quiet. Hey, hey, hey. Go for a ride. I'm going to pop this one through. All right, so we have the crossbody strap is done, and the accordion wallet that comes with it is done. Oh, I hear the husband. All right, very good. So there's the accordion wallet. All right. I gotta order more of those inserts, actually, if I can find them. Okay, so we can put you away for now. Oops, you know what? All right, let's rock and roll. With no rock and roll. Let's rock and roll with no rock and roll. Let me turn this and get this set. There. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is put a nameplate on. I don't know if anybody's... Yeah, okay. So I want to find my centers. All right. This is the nameplate. I don't know who's all in here, so this is the purse. Not those. I see that there's 8 people, but I don't know who everybody is. So we're doing this purse today, okay? It's called the Brightstone. This one is hazelnut. It's got a front slip-in pocket. It's got the logo zipper pulls. Don't comment on my nail polish, please. It's got a zipper pocket inside. It's got a really cute floral pull. And then it's got a trimmed slip pocket also. Comes with the crossbody strap. Comes with the shoulder strap. It's a 3/4 inch shoulder strap. Drops about 28 inches. Well, it's 28 inches long, so the drop is what, 15? And then it comes with an accordion wallet. Okay, the one that we're doing today, I'll put these little girlies back up here. Okay, the one that we're doing today is in this navy stonewash look, but it feels like suede. This will be the lining. It's navy, it's got like moons. It's like a night kind of. It's gonna have gunmetal hardware. This will be the tags, that's what we're doing now. It's my nameplate. And let's go. Let's go. And it comes with this navy one's coming with this crossbody strap, which I did earlier while I was sitting, waiting. Sitting and waiting, sitting and waiting. So I'm going to find my center. Find your center, like they tell you in yoga, right? Or when you meditate. Find your center. And you're going to go up based on what the pattern says. The pattern is by Lavender and Twine. If you so desire to make one yourself. Going to cut the holes for the prongs of the nameplate. Oh, I hear people coming and going. And I'm ready to put the nameplate on. Nameplate is on. I'm going to cover the back, the metal part of the plate with tape so that it doesn't rub against the cotton lining. And I did not want to cut that with scissors, but anyway. And then since this gets a lot of top stitching along the outside, it's going to be going round and around on the bed. You don't want to scratch up the plate, so we're just putting some painter's tape on there for now. Then we're going to mark the inside of this piece based on, again, what the pattern tells you to do. Find our center at the bottom of this one. Thanks, Judy. All right, we're going to place this on here. And this line that we drew, you want to line up with this marking that was drawn. You want it to line up so you want it to line up with this corner, right? So you want that marking to line up with that corner. All right, we're going to sew this on. Find my guideline. Okay. You're gonna cut from this corner right up to this stitch line, just on the exterior part. And we're gonna trim it away. I gotta put the fan. All right, you're gonna use your pinking shears and you're gonna trim away. going to flip it. I'm going to turn my iron on. Somebody remind me to turn it off later. Does this tell me? No, it doesn't. All right. I'm going to flip this part through. Already snipped, right? Push her through. Now this gets 3 rows of stitching, which is what gives it the design on the front of the flap. That's what we're doing now, which I can show you in a minute if you haven't seen it before. I can't see who's here and who I know and who I don't know. So there's some ladies down here. There's stitching all along the flap. So this is the piece that we're working on now. Is this front section? I get the strap out of the way. This front section is what we're working on now. So this is where we're at. Okay. So we're going to draw a line. The ink that I'm going to use disappears. And the hope is it doesn't disappear before we're done. So we're going to have to pull these threads through. So we're not going to start and stop. I mean, we're not going to start and reverse. We're going to just go forward. We're on the top stitch. And let's go. Okay, close through, leave the tail long enough that you can pull it and tie it. We're going to do another row, so let's pull out some thread that we're going to need. We want to drop the needle right on that line again. Hey Evelyn, how are you? Okay, we're going to do our last row of stitching. Good to see you. It's good on the back. Okay, all the threads out of the way. Do our last row, which is to there. onto the back, and you're just going to tug on these. Get your mind out of the gutter. You're going to tug on these, pull them through. Okay, these two sides we're going to tie together. Tie these. Same for this other side. We're going to tug them, pull them. Good and tight. Make sure your knot is good and tight. Okay. Then you're gonna just burn off the ends of your threads. You gotta get away from the fan. And that keeps those knots locked. So now you have all of the top stitching that's been done all the way around it, right? So she looks good. All right, let's do the other side. So now we're gonna do, this is the front flap, right? So we're gonna mark in. Up with the marks that we made. That's just to hold it at the bottom. We're going to turn it over and we're going to sew all the way around. Good girl. Okay, now we're going to trim around this where we just sewed. snip into the corner. And we're going to flip this around. So we're going to turn this, clip it. And we clipped into those corners so that we would have a nice sharp corner. Do the same for this other side. I'm going to turn it inward, clip it. Just keep rolling it and clipping it. And we're going to pull this down. Same thing. You're just going to keep rolling it. Hi, Diana. How are you? I think when I think I'm supposed to schedule the live and put like hashtags and stuff. I have no idea. That like draws other people with like minds, like sewing people, draws them in. I don't know. I really gotta check it out just in case, right? All right. Now we're going to top stitch along these edges around this opening that we made. Bracelets are being very noisy today. I hear them now without the music. You didn't get notified. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. Okay. Then we're going to bring this piece up to match the edges. It's odd that you didn't get notified. Is your notifier, well, that's a silly question. I was going to say, is your notifier turned on? But I would imagine it is. Hello, MW. Do I know MW? Do I know MW? I'm going to sew down the sides of this pocket. Oh, Mandy. MW. Do I know MW? That was kind of silly of me. All right, and then we're just going to baste these two pieces. We're going to put this way. Line up the corners. Clip into place. And sew across. But don't sew the flap. One, do the other side. Hey Susan, how are you? Listen, I think we're all struggling with the tube today, figuring her out, but I'm gonna try. I don't know. I gotta play around with it and see how to do it. I was looking at it this morning, and then I kind of just gave up because I was like, but yeah, if I can figure it out, the answer to that question is yes. As soon as I figure her out, we're going to sew across this top to close this up top. Okay? Ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom. All right, so we have created the front flap pocket, right? Oh, really? I don't know. This is all brand new to me. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. All right, I want to put the rivets on the front of here. So we're going to punch holes and put some rivets in, and then we're going to put the front and the back together. Oh, I got to do the gusset. Hey Frida, how are you? You found me! Yay! I was getting kind of sad. I was sitting here and there was just me and, shit. Just me and Sheena sitting here waiting. I was like, okay, I guess. Yeah, Susan, I see you. This is horrible. Sorry. Do you have your chat turned on, Susan? Where you can see everybody else? You do? Oh, I don't know. Odd. So we're putting rivets at the top. I think my mistake was that I didn't do a scheduled live and put like hashtags on it, I think is what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, okay? YouTube is foreign to me. I'm a talker, not a tuber. Go all the way through. Come on. Okay. One more. Discord. I don't know what Discord is. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I have Discord. But what Discord channel are you on? Like there's specific channels, is there not? All right, so that's the front. It's got the rivets, the tag, and the pocket. Let's put the zipper on, and then we'll do the, then we'll do the gusset. Get my zippers. Okay. I think that was my top stitch bobbin. That's a bummer. Well, we're gonna play bobbin roulette, I guess. All right, we're gonna fold our zipper down, pin it, and sew it. Yeah. I mean, you just have to get used to no music. You just have to, you know, play music on your own end. I certainly couldn't spit that out. Play music on your own side, right? So, play music and watch Mona. No, you can't play music. If you get, I don't know, you have to do like a pay service. You get copyright infringement if you play music. So there's some sort of pay service you can get that lets you play, I don't know, certain music. I have no idea. I was reading that also because I was like, I don't want to get on there and then all of a sudden get the boot. We're burning the edges to stop them from praying. So, you know, everything is pay this, pay that. You'll get used to it, Susie Q. Who knows? For 90 days, you may have the talk back. Then it'll probably go away permanently. That's what I believe, but we'll see. So we need to be prepared. All right. Yes, yep. Because then I can post it also. If I play music, for sure I can't post it. Like one of them that I posted yesterday picked up on, I had the music so low I couldn't even believe it picked up on 2 songs. And then I just said, okay, skip over that part. So I guess it edits it and skips over where it can hear music that you're not supposed to be playing, and it edits those pieces out. I don't know. And I don't think my son or daughter were YouTubers at all. So we're going to separate our zipper. We're going to line it across the top, clip it, and baste it into place. I'm going to get to this part. We're going to bend it down. Okay. Same to this side. Teeth are down. So it's right sides together, basically, is what it is. On your markings. Get settings. On your markings. On your marks. Yeah. I agree. I agree. All right, let's baste this zipper on. YouTube Premium, that's what it is. You have to pay for YouTube Premium to play some music in the background. So remember that. Some music in the background. So I don't know. Am I supposed to put together a playlist? I have no idea. So I wasn't bothering with it. Let's move this out of the way a second. To this one, where's that line? There it is. Get back up there. Okay, so front and back have a zipper on them. We are going to now make the gusset. So let's do our strap connectors first. Get our tape. Draw our line. Yeah, you don't have to tap your fingers to death here. Isn't that nice? It tosses you out, I guess, based on, that's why I said I should have put like hashtags when I, like I think I have to schedule it and then I have to put hashtags. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I think you have to put, before you start, like you have to schedule the event and then put hashtags. I don't know. And then that, during your live, will push the live out. I don't know. I have no idea. Y'all have to, oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we are making the D-ring connectors that are going to hold the straps on. Okay, and these are going to get sewn into the gusset. If you haven't sewn before, the gusset is the outside portion of the bag that, I shouldn't say that. It is the middle portion of the bag that holds the front and the back together. And then it gives it its depth. So how wide you make your gusset will determine how deep your bag is to get into. Like I think if I made myself another Leilani, I would make a bigger gusset, a wider gusset. Because once I put stuff in the front and back pockets, I have no room on the interior. Mind you, I'm still using it to this day, but I just keep thinking in my head, if I make myself another one, I'm making it with a wider gusset. So I get my double-sided tape from Waywack. And I just buy a bunch of it at once. You know, the more you buy from them, which is good, everything comes FedEx, the more you buy. So you get it, like you place an order and you have it, I don't know, 2-3 days later. So it's definitely worth it. But from Wayback, so I get 1/2 inch, so it's the leather is what you want. You want the leather double-sided tape, because that's the stickier one. And I get the 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/8. Because you'll have use for all of them, I think. Good morning, Cynthia. I was thinking to myself, is Cynthia at work and she can't get YouTube? So when you make these connectors and you put the Decaville in the middle, it's going to be shorter. It's going to have less Decaville on one side than it is on the other. And then, so you kind of want to mark your outside so that you know that that's the side that needs to go inside your gusset piece. All right. So you have your little crowns. Turn your, sorry, we want to base these on in the center. To put these right sides together. Right sides together. And we're going to sew this on. Oh, great grandbaby. Wow. Wowza. Okay, we're going to top stitch. Top stitch. We're going to line up these two sides where we just top stitched and find a center. And we're going to get our fronts. Is that the one you were making the diaper bags for, Susan? Yes? Cute. Very cute. All right, we're going to start clipping this. Then we're going to staple the edges. And we don't need to pull them out if we put them far enough away. So let's do that now. So we're going to line up our centers that we marked. Go along the straight edge first. We're going to bring our top part up and line it up. Line it up, line it up. Trying to figure it out. What are you trying to figure out? This still? So what did you all do this morning when you couldn't doom scroll? I already said what I did, what the rest of you do. And were you online when the lights went out in Georgia? That's the other question. I was not. I was reading. I couldn't handle all the funerals. I gotta say, the people doing all their confessions were cracking me up. Just when you think you know people. Oh, you were sleeping. You wanted to cry. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when it didn't happen, they were saying 8:30, and when it didn't happen at like 8:30 by May Eastern time, I was like, you know what? I don't even think I want to be there to see it happen, so I'm just going to read. But during the time prior to that, I was watching everybody's TikTok confessions about, you know, I really don't do this, I really don't do that, this was all made up, this was whatever. I was like, dang, you're just really throwing in the towel. Because if we come back, you're going to have to find a new shtick. I was like, holy Hannibal. But they were pretty funny, some of them. So somebody said, Stacy, I was watching the woman who does voice notes from my sister. I think she's like in England or something. And she was saying that she can still see all of our profiles and all of our stuff. So I think all of our stuff is still there. They didn't get rid of our stuff, our videos. But they did say that it was a little boring without the Americans, you know, because the Americans tend to make it nice and messy over there. Tagging you how? In here? Yeah, it is good to know. I don't think I can, what can I do? No. 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 I can't do anything while I'm in the live. I don't even have a keyboard. So we are stapling the curve outside the seam allowance. So that if we clipped it and we took, why does this keep doing that? once we clipped it and removed the clips, sometimes the material will shift and change your shape. Where was I? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Was I right here? Is that far? One more? One more, and you have to get through. Okay. Well, I don't know why I'm putting her away. Yeah, I don't know that you can tag people in here either. I think you can click on the arrow button out and share it with people. Like through a text or through whatever, but there's like that bottom arrow. And then you can share it to a text. But I don't think that, like, you wouldn't be able to, like, tag one of your friends in here to get them to come in, if that's what you're trying to accomplish. All right, let's sew this puppy up. You tagged her in here, Susan? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and I know that over here, where was it? Here or here? One of these I was at a third. I'm sorry, not a third. I know what I'm talking about, but can't share the same allowance with you. Alright, so let's just get this one. Maybe it was okay. That's the night when the lights went out in Georgia. You shared to chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright. We are going to leave space at the top, and we're going to trim this away. to do the same to the other side. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So that's where we are, folks. We're going to do the same for this other piece, then we're going to work on the inside. And that one tends to go fairly quickly, right? Let's see, I don't know. Yes, yep. It is this. Cute, right? It was from Mitten. Yeah, it was from Mitten. As they make that horrible face. Yes, it was from Mitten, I believe. Mitten Quilt Co. I'm just curious if there's anybody in here not from the talk. It's just sort of hanging out. All right. I'm snip around the edges, same as we did on the other side. Oh, really? That would be wonderful. I try to always tag her whenever I use anything that I got from her. I was on her website last night, but, you know, I don't know. Feeling like a little uncertain about everything, right? So I'm laying low on the spending. Meanwhile, I got stuff coming, but I'd done that last week. So yeah, I'm kind of just laying low for a bit. I was going to try a Facebook Live, but I thought that when I was going into So Many Creations Facebook Lives, that she was saying that you only have an hour on there. Is that true? Does anybody know? Did my thread come out? My thread came out. Oh, okay. Is that, like, how does that work? Like, can people just find you there, or do you need to invite everybody? Like, what's the deal with that? No, I used to go on her lives. This was years ago, though. This was when I first started making bags. I would go on her lives and check out all her quirk and stuff. But, or maybe she just set a timer that that's how long she would stay on the live. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. That's good to know. I don't think I've ever, like, just seen somebody live on Facebook. I guess I have to go physically look for go to a live section, like you did on the top. I don't know. No, on the top it just sort of fed it to you. I don't know. I don't want any puckers, so we're going to fan this out of the way. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Are you closed your Facebook group? Yeah. Okay. Same as the other side. Same as it's ever been. I could sing for you. You want me to sing for you? You definitely don't want me singing for you. Okay. I promise. I promise that. Okay. So we're going to trim this around. Oh. Gotcha. All right, we're not going to turn her because we don't want to turn her a bunch of times, but you just kind of want to feel and look and make sure you don't see any puckers, which I do not. So she looks good. She looks good. This is a really beautiful color blue. if I do say so myself. All right, let's get the innards together. You're not allowed. I'm not allowed music in the background. I am not. I'm not allowed music in the background. It stinks, right? And even if, like, when I try to take like a TikTok video and put it over here, if it's got music in the background, you get copyright violations. So now, like I said, I was reading that I think if you have YouTube Premium, there's like, I don't know, a set list, or I have no idea. I was reading that it was like specific music that you could play. And I don't know that I got time for all that. Figuring out what I can and can't play. I'm gonna top stitch this side. So that's why I said you may have to turn your music on in the backgrounds. Oh, she used to do Instagram Lives? How long would she do those for? I was thinking about her this morning, actually, about just all of it, right? TikTok being gone, and what would she have thought about this, and what would she have done? But I didn't realize she was doing Instagram Lives too. I mean, it's really going to muck with a lot of people that if this was their sole source of income, right? I think I was mentioning yesterday a woman that I follow, because I guess if you're a creator that's monetized, you get paid out on the 15th of each month. And she was posting that she wanted to know where her money was, because it didn't post. And she had to make her car payment. And I was like, oh my God. So, I don't know. I think the giant creators that have brand deals and stuff like that, I think they'll be fine. As long as they pop on over to the Gram or Facebook and post on there. Those folks will be just fine. It's the smaller creators and people with shops, with TikTok shops. That's the sad part. So this is our inside gusset that we just did, and we marked the center. Okay. So we shall do, let's mark centers of these insides, and then we're gonna get this lining done and get her put together. I'm gonna sew that mini sugar skulls wallet off camera. Maybe do a video of it, but I'm not doing it live. But I need to get that sewn too. Actually, I really want to read my book. Because it's really sucked me in already. Alright, centers are marked. Let us and a quarter. So I want there. There. I know, you know, I was wondering if I put them in. Oh, I left the cap off. Wonder if it's going to work. If I put them in, if it was going to mess with the YouTube. Because I couldn't I couldn't put my earbuds in on the other platform and listen to music. It was getting all mucked up. Yeah, that whole Congress thing pisses me off. Don't get me started. They all need to be jailed for that. That was really blatant insider trading. How the SEC doesn't see that, I don't know. But maybe they will. Wouldn't it be hysterical if they walked in and just escorted them all out of Congress? That would be absolutely hysterical. Put them all in cuffs, walked them out. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. I think it's definitely a conflict of interest for sure. Yeah, I mean, how am I figuring that out? Is there a set list that you can play? And where do I play that from? Do I play it on here? Do I play it on another device? Zipper. All right. So this is the slip pocket. I think if you're uploading a video, you can use that. I know. They ran their businesses on TikTok. It's that is really, really, really sad. You know, I feel bad for Mitten because she's got all that inventory of all that fabric, right? That she's got definitely invoices on that she's got to pay that stuff back. That's kind of sad, you know? I think for this one, I'm actually going to do 2 smaller pockets instead of 1 big pocket. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching her last night too. I couldn't even like comment because I just felt like, I mean, I was on the website and I was trying to, you know, make an order and stuff, and I was just like, I just can't even myself right now be doing that. But I just felt terrible for her. I mean, and that is a shite ton of inventory she's got going on. Yeah, she said she was going to go on Facebook Live, I think, is where she wanted to start. So, bless her. I hope it works out. Okay, we're going to give this 2 rows of top stitching. Yeah, you can go to her website and order for sure. Yeah. I mean, she wasn't a TikTok shop, you know, she was a website like me. So her website is still open. It's just I think she had, you know, a large group of followers, quilters especially, that were on there a lot. And I think a lot of people on there, you know, it's a whole big kind of FOMO thing, right? Like she'll introduce a new fabric and everybody's oohing and eyeing and, oh my God, I just went and ordered 2 yards or whatever. And then it's got this FOMO thing happening where you're like, well, crap, I want to go grab that before it's gone. So that's like where, like for her lives, it makes a huge difference, you know? For her to be able to have a live is what I'm saying. You know, and it's the same thing here. I mean, I've had people, you know, come in from off the street, shall we say. People that, you know, all of us don't know that have come in and been like, oh my God, what's the website? And gone and ordered something. And, you know, then they become followers and stuff, which is really great. But, you know, if I wasn't on a live sewing something that interested them, then, you know, that would have been sales I would never have gotten. So, yeah, it makes a difference for everybody. And I feel horrible for everybody. It's just not, it's not a good thing. It's not a good look, America. It's not a good look. All right, this is where I want to split her. Because you have the front pocket for the phone, right? And I think that this, in my mind's eye, smaller slip pockets sometimes are better. So I'm going to do this one with smaller slip pockets. So let's do the sides first. One more. So they said that they couldn't answer what was going to happen with your TikTok orders that you placed. So my assumption would be is that, you know, if it doesn't get turned on this week by, you know, the Blessed Father, then, and I say that with a smile on my face, then, and you ordered something from the shop, I would cancel it with my, you know, through my credit card company for sure. But they didn't have an answer for people. That's why I was like, I couldn't even believe that people were still even posting to buy stuff from the shop, unless they ship worldwide, like to the UK and everything. You know, I don't know, but all right. A dual slip pocket is now done. I have a doctor's appointment Monday. Tomorrow morning, they're reminding me. Going through this box of vintage prints and quilt squares that were put together. Oh my God. I used to have so much vintage fabric, I had made a huge, is it called the Irish wedding quilt? I made an Irish wedding quilt, so it's not the one with the rings, but I made a king size one. And it was all out of, the back of it was, the back. All of the blocks and everything were of this vintage, I'll have to show it to you sometime, were of this vintage fabrics that I had collected off of eBay, anywhere I can get my hands on it. And then around that fabric was the, like this cream color. '80s is vintage? No, mine was like, you want to see it? I can show it to you. Can I show it to you? I don't know if I can show it to you. Let's see where it is. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? I don't think you're ready for it. Alright, so this one I actually sent out to a long arm person that did this for me because there was no way I could do this one. But this was the one in all the vintage fabrics. And this is a king size. Right, so I said quilting is like the craziest thing. It's where you take all this fabric and cut it into the tiniest pieces and try to put it all back together. But this was all the vintage fabrics from like the 50s and the 40s. Adorable. Yeah. And then the last, this other one, oops. This other one I quilted myself, and I used, did I use the stencils on these? Did I stencil quilt this? I can't remember if I stencil quilted this. Oh, ruler quilting. So I did some ruler quilting, and then I did some free motion quilting, but so that's like the quilting that I did on the edge. And then I did some like roller quilting. I don't know if you can see it. You can't really make it out, but it was these like stars. And then I did free motion quilting, the swirly stuff, like all around it. I made this for my husband. See it? It's very manly and very big. But I did this one all on my M7. Free motion, stenciling. She was a lot of work. A lot of time, a lot of effort. But, yep, the days of quilting. Thank you. Yeah, I could show you another one. My mom was a seamstress, a sewist, whatever you would like to call us these days. And she would make dresses for Abby and little suits for Zach. Zach didn't like the suits. Abby loved the dresses. And I took all those dresses for Abby and cut them down into squares, and I made her like a lap quilt. And then I signed the back of it and everything for her, so she has all the dresses that her grandma made her in a lap quilt, which came out really, really cute. She's like, I remember that dress. I mean, when I say my mother would make her a dress for anything, my mother would make her dresses for 4th of July, for St. Patrick's Day, for everything and any holiday that popped up. And even when they moved down to Florida, she would mail them to me in a box. This is for her to go to the fireworks. This is, I mean, it was, so she has those as a memory. Yeah. You might be able to find it on eBay, Cynthia. If you have like a picture of it, do you have a picture of you in the dress? Because if you have a picture of you in the dress, you could take a screenshot of it and then, you know, zoom in onto the fabric and then do a search, a camera search, a photo search. And it might be able to find it for you. Yeah, eBay's great for old vintage fabrics and patterns. Oh my God. You can get really old vintage patterns. Like, you remember those little, I don't know that you guys remember them, but they had like the pajamas that the bottoms for the summertime were like little bloomers. And then they had like a little, anyway, but yeah, you could find all kinds of, I had bought a giant box of vintage patterns off of eBay at one point in time because I was bound to determine that I was going to make Abby some clothes, and then that didn't happen. That didn't happen. But it did inspire her, where I bought her own little sewing machine, and she was trying to make her own clothes too. I may have some of those patterns down in my dining room chest, one of the drawers. Yes, yep. I bet you could find that fabric, Cynthia. All right, so this is our zipper facing that we're going to put on. And we're going to go roughly about there. But yeah, that's why I say I would like to kind of get back to quilting, but whew, a lot of work. We're all inspired. The issue is, like, I took out that quilt and I was like, I am going to quilt this. And that quilt is sitting over there on that machine giving me the evil eye. Like, listen, B, you said you were going to quilt me up. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, dear. All right, I'm going to stitch all along the outside of this box that we made for our zipper, for our interior pocket. I am going to back stitch because this is inside, small purse. You don't really see it. It's not going to, the world is not going to end from one back stitch. Okay? That's the night when the lights went out in Georgia. Too bad my son's not awake playing his guitar. At least you could hear that. All right, we're going to open this up. Is that what you're doing, Cynthia? Are you doing quilting now, or are you doing handbags? What are you doing? Didn't you just get an industrial also? And were you a quilter that wound up over on the bag side, like I did? Ah, that would be cool. A community quilt. Who gets it, though? Who gets it when it's done? It would hang. Yeah, I know, but it's not big enough to need a long arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of slight, like, for me, that's something that I would feel guilty, like I should be able to quilt that myself. You know what I mean? But like the king size ones, the one with all the applique work that I did on it, that one is just, it's not big enough to send it out to be long armed. Oh, I see. I have 4 boxes of when I first started bag making. I would save all my scraps and put them in there. That I was going to make a quilt with the pieces one day, right? That they weren't going to go to waste. They're still up there. One day I may use them. You never know. You just never know. That's the night when the lights went out in Georgia. Right, I want this to line up with this side. Is what I want, please. Okay. And line up you. This side. All right, open. Right the first time. To the left. Let's iron her down a little. You know, try not to sit your iron on your nylon coils too much, right? You just want to stay on the tape as best you can. All right. We're going to put some tape on there. Anything scraps I have there. So what do? They make nests out of that? That's interesting. 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 All right, let's take the paper off. And lay her on. Zipper pull in. Paper off. Come on. Layer on. All right, I'm going to sew the bottom first. Hi, Tammy. All right, now we're going to sew around the remainder of the box, okay? Lower my stitch. What was I doing? I was lowering the stitch. Okay. Turn. I bet they like that alpaca. I didn't think to put cotton cloth on. That's the night when the lights... I cannot get that song out of my head, people. Okay. I can't believe I put my big scissors in there like that. You're from the talk also, Tammy? All right, we're going to sew down the sides. So I'm making the Bright Stone by Lavender and Twine. Oh, that's half yard? That's everybody knows you. Half yard? That's half yard? That was quite the giant order you had going on yesterday over at the Mitten, my friend. That is like, wow. Okay, zipper open. Done, done, done. Let's put this pupper together. Some pins, some clips, some coffee. Adorable creations. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. So same as we did for the exterior, we're going to do for the interior. And I think doing these two pieces offline would save time also in not only you're watching it, but the uploads, right? So I start thinking about that too. Keyboard automatically recognizes it now, huh? Yep. She's our girl. She's popular. On the sides. Good. I actually this morning I did my, not this morning, but before I'd come on, I took all my zipper tapes. I got the idea from Saya Swag, and I rolled them all up, and then I organized them by coil color in my, because I hang them on the door, you know, what should be like a shoe hanger. And oh my God, is it so much better looking and organized than what it looked like before. And now I can just go to the coil hardware color that I want instead of searching through everything to try to find what I'm looking for. That was like an aha moment. Oh, there you go. This one, the Bright Stone. Just, it's what I've been saying from the very beginning. Just be very, you know, precise with all of the things that she's telling you to do. Because it all has a reason. Right? Like a lot, like we were saying before, a lot of us can just throw our Decaville on and just know where we need to place it. But this, you know, there's exact measurements of where to place it. So you things sell, those are the things you tend to make more of, right? Like, I think I was watching Per Rage. Is that what it is? Per Rage. She makes a ton of those rosy slings, but they must be very popular for her, right? Because she chugs those out like an assembly line. All right, this other side we're going to leave an opening in the lining and turn it with the lining. So I'm going to put my clips on. I want to draw a line so I remember to stop. Nice big hole. Okay. Because if I don't draw the line, then I forget. Who's going live on YouTube? Oh. Yeah. You know, I didn't pay too much attention to lives on YouTube. Like, I would go and watch like people's videos, you know, if it was something where they posted, and you know, it's somebody that I followed, I would go watch their video on YouTube. But I didn't pay much attention to the lives on YouTube. our turn hole for turning the bag once we get her put together. Okay, let's trim this down just to reduce some bulk, right? Ooh, we'll clean that up later. She's cute. Come on now, she's cute. All right. Oh, okay. I want this pocket here. My ears are ringing. My ears are ringing. Someone talking about me. Tuck these down. Let's do the corners first. Right? So you're going to spread out. This is why you leave these pieces. You're going to spread this one on the inside. And then you left this on the outside, right? And you're going to open that up also. So you're going to open those two up. And you're going to line up that seam. And you're going to clip it there. And you'll do the same all the way around. Well, all the way around, but with the four corners. Okay? Push your zippers down. Open them. Open them. Line up the seam. Give her a clip. Push her down. And then clip her the rest of the way around the curve. All right, other side. Zipper down inside. Out of the way. Open up your two seams. Line them up, line them up. All right, clip them. Other side. Zipper down, out of the way. Oh, another dead soldier. Clip. Okay. Now this is the easy part. We just want to trim this zipper down. Like so. And start to clip. Popular. That's good. Down. Where you at, zipper? Push it down. Flat. guess. Out of the way. All right, I'm going to sew this together. I should have enough thread there. Okay. So I was curious as to whether or not you would prefer an angle view where the camera is over my shoulder looking down onto the machine as opposed to the way that it's facing now. So I'm curious about that, so let me know. TikTok is back on already? What? Don't play with me now. Don't play with me now. Like it's on now? That's insanity. How could that have happened so quickly? Wow. All right. You can all go TikTok. I'm fine. I will be fine. I have to finish her either way. Maybe you can go on live. You want to go on live over there? Let's see. All right, let's jump off and we'll go over there and see. All right. Peace. I'm going.